Welcome to the second History Skills podcast, this time on introductions. This is the first of our podcasts, which includes a number of different targets. For all of these History Skills podcasts, you should of course be focusing on your own individual specific targets you were given, but it doesn't harm to have a look at the other things which you should be trying to do for introductions as well. So don't try necessarily to do everything that I tell you here, though you could do if you wanted to. Specifically try to do the bit that you've been asked to do in your targets, and maybe you can look at the other ones at a later time. The logic behind a great introduction is similar to the logic behind a great plan, and by that I mean, you must remember that a history essay is not a murder mystery. There might be nasty people, even an old lady in fancy jewellery, and maybe even a murder in your history essay, but in a murder mystery novel, you find out who done it at the end. Often in a surprising twist that you weren't expecting, whereas in a history essay, you tell everybody the ending right at the start. Here are some things to remember for a great introduction, which you can think about whilst looking at my example. Those very perceptive ones amongst you will of course notice that an introduction isn't too dissimilar to a plan. Why are you doing the same thing twice? Well, that's just the way things are sometimes. And it's not quite doing the same thing twice, because in an introduction you have to put things into full sentences. It is possibly quite easy to think of if you think of it as being your plan put into full sentences with the odd bit of fancy wording and terminology if you can. The most important thing you must include in your introduction, if nothing else, is you must include your key argument and what it's going to be all about.